All right, here we are for the fourth and final round, and we are going to keep this hand. Hopefully, not in too much of an aggressive matchup. Jungle Hollow is an interesting one. I don't even know what that should mean. Should probably mean we don't eat Aether Spouts, but I might eat those words. And I'm not going to judge someone with a Jungle Hollow, because I've been playing those lands too. And hell, we got 4 of them in our deck. Okay, so it's a graveyard deck. Okay, so he's just green-black whip. So he's got a Llanowar Waste in his hand. We'll go fetch for a blue. It's pretty good, actually. Might be able to get our Perilous Vault, which is a card that he has a tough time beating. Since he said go, we're not going to need to downfall this turn. I guess I should have held that up, but I mean, we're going to want to get that anyway. We're giving him information, but I'm just trying to rifle through spells, so if we crack this and dissolve and draw Dig Through Time, we can cast it. He's pecking away with this Satyr Wayfinder, but he is going to have to do something. Caryatid's not going to be the thing to do. Drew another dissolve. Wow, this is just beautiful. Maybe Control's good. I don't know. I don't know what to play this weekend, but Adrian, you might convince me. This deck does look pretty sweet. Sure, we can counter that with not the new dissolve. Put a Radiant Fountain on the bottom. Scry again. Put that on the bottom. This graveyard should be now, what, 2 Eidolons? Sweet. That's fine. We can just downfall that. And I don't want to crack this because we put some lands on the bottom. I just don't want to put them back on top. We are going to Divination next turn because we want to just be able to downfall this so we don't have to take the damage. I mean, I understand that we could use our life as a resource, but I think that would just be a waste. Since we already have some velocity here. Sure. I'm okay with Commune. It's a Elvish Mystic. Congratulations. Probably just going to play it. Yep. Divination. Scry, Ingenuity to the top. This is sweet. Go for it, my friend. Probably gonna get a Courser. I don't think we care about Courser. I mean, I think we can just downfall it. Alright. We probably want to just downfall it here, though, so we can draw and hold Dissolve. Oh, but I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Because we don't have enough blue to take that line. Oh, and I fetched away the Jace's Ingenuity, but then I drew it. I didn't even think about that. Wow. So, I'm not going to lie. I just got done doing 2 versus videos that are going to be sweet that go up next week. I'm a little fried this week. Can't believe I did that and then just lucked out. Alright, so here comes a Hornets. I almost just want to let it resolve. Just blight the tokens and take 4. But that seems a little... We're getting to the point where we can just draw and pop a Perilous Vault, but 1 is in our yard already. Yeah, let's just counter it. This might be a bad counter, though. We're maybe supposed to preserve that. Alright, here comes a whip. Let's Ingenuity in response to see if we find a vault. We did not. We found another Dissolve though, so let's just dissolve that. Bottom. I don't think that card's that good. Here comes another. No. Ooh. Sneaky. Well. Take a Wayfinder. Ashiok. Nothing. I guess we're just gonna downfall that. And I've got a land too. Alright, we get another. So it hits a Temple of Melody. Ooh, an Eidolon of Blossoms. That's kind of sweet. Let's make this smaller. Alright, so that's going at me, that's going at me, that's going at me. So everything's going at me. So let's Bioblade these Wayfinders. and downfall this courser. Alright, so now we can get Eidolon off the top of the deck. Down to 18 cards. The swarm of Death Touchers is going to do a lot of damage to us though, so we're going to have to draw something. We can't just win the game with the resources we have. Which is why I'm going to fetch. Alright, Commune's perfect. Because we're just going to counter whatever he plays anyway. Alright, let's pop this off. We're going to an island, and then we're going to counter that. Just thin our deck ever so slightly, and try to find a dig through time or an interpret the signs. Bottom. Yeah, now it has to just go after that thing because that thing is turned into a real win condition. Ooh, I love drawing this card. Come on, dig through time. Come on, dig through time. Ah, oh, that's still fine. Bottom. Bottom. To the top. Alright, so let's, this thing, the chances of this thing dying this turn are pretty high, so let's actually use 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's use this as a protection spell to get a blocker into play. Downfall's pretty good to draw. Might have been better to play this just in case. I don't think we can die next turn though. Like anyway. We'll put a Perilous Vault into play. What did he draw? What is it? Oh no. Well, he's going to get to refuel. That's really good. Everything's coming at me? That's just a bad attack. Because I gotta mill him more. I get 2 more meals off this, or no, 1 more meal off this now. Alright, in response to the first one, we're just gonna blow this thing up. You have a Death Toucher. I just didn't want him to get the card. Not going to waste anything in case he just plays land and Hornet's Nest or Hornet Queen or whatever, so not worth it. Divination, on the other hand, is a very good top deck. Alright, Dig Through Time is perfect. Ashiok and another Dig Through Time seems great. If there's a counterspell in there, I would have done that, but there wasn't. But we should be able to dig into one. We tapped. We don't have enough blue, but whatever. I still just want Ashiok here. You understand you have 2 cards in your library? I don't know if that's a thing that you should be worried about. There's the queen. The queen bee. There's the game. Alright, let's move to sideboard. Sideboard, the Cranial seems sweet. I think Drown in Sorrow seems good. I'm picking up a lot of the mess. Stoke seems great in the matchup. Negate doesn't. Ingenuity awesome. Aether Spout seems pretty blah. Silence can kill a lot of good things. Bile Blights can probably go and replace with Drown in Sorrows. Other card advantage seems sweet. I think Liliana doesn't seem that great. You can like tutor for certain things, but like this matchup I think is going to come down to them just trying to do their same game plan. And we can just like have this as an early game. I can't like Abzan has Planeswalkers I'm worried about. This matchup won't have Planeswalkers I'm worried about. And yes, we would want to Disdainful Stroke or negate the whips, but that's about all we can negate. And we're going to have to lean on Perilous Vault really heavy on this matchup. Like, this matchup has a really tough time with Vault, so this looks to be what I want to do. Plus, we can always just draw. We have, like, more answers to Whip, which, like, with Cranial Archive and stuff like that. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, not going to complain about this one. We get to scry. We get to put Cranial Archive in play if we want to, right away. Ooh. I don't want an Ashiok yet. I actually don't. I want to draw like card advantage and ways to disrupt him. If he plays an Accelerate in here, I want to be able to hold up Stoke. Wayfinder's a whole different beast. Probably. Alright, kept the Forest. Interesting. Oh, I guess they could have kept. He could have kept the Arborclaw. It did not kept. Oh yeah, you can't keep that dirt. Alright, let's Despise. 2 Coursers, 2 Hornet's Nests, 3. Let's take a look at this. 3 Hornet Queens. They might kill us. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's too great. How do you keep that? Come on, man. How do you keep that? This Courser might do a lot of good work for him, but like that's all he's got. Slowly but surely gonna get there. That Thoughtseize means that we, well, he might still Wayfinder. Maybe not, maybe he wants to Thoughtseize, but like we're just gonna have to jam Vault. Oop, oop, keep your counterspell ready. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't want to just get hit by an Arbor Clause this next turn, especially if we don't hit the right land. I'm going to put the Dig Through Time on the bottom. I want to make sure that... Alright, that's... It's actually great. Like, Wayfinder, 3 of those things in his hand, and he can, like... Yeah. I'm just going to say go. It's going to be a pretty difficult hand to take a card out of. Slowly but surely, he's going to get to where he casts a bunch of whips. Yeah, I took our card advantage. That's the reveal zone. Alright, so probably forest or a Line of War Waste. Probably a forest because, yeah. Makes sense to me. Let's just get this Vault in play in case he draws something. Temple is a perfect draw. Dig Through Time is even better. What is in his graveyard? Do we want this shuffled in? No. I mean, no reason to just give him more threats so far. We can just hold counter magic and take our licks for a little bit. Not let him like idle on into cantrips and stuff like that. Since next turn we're going to be able to end of turn Dig Through Time, try to find an Ashiok to close this thing up. Or just obtain velocity. And the reason I'm not putting this in play is it forces me to crack it before I crack the Vault, and I don't want to be stuck doing that. You can go ahead and commune. Alright, Soul means that now I kind of want to crack that. Yeah. Keeps the Freaka. Just gonna play it. Whew. Worth it. We can play this waiting game because it's a triggered ability, so as long as this is in play, if he taps any mana and I don't want to counter something, I can just end of turn, and if he ever tries to activate this, I can just pop this, so we're in a waiting game right now of when I can. Worth it to counter that. We still have Drowns in our deck and a Dig Through Time in our hand. We get Ashok into play. Exile the top cards. We get a Courser again. Just remember, 3 of these 5 cards are still big, scary Hornet Queens. Yeah, that's... Is that fine? It'll take a very long time for that to matter. I don't think it is fine. Alright, let's take this baby down. Get a Courser. Get a Temple. Ooh, baby. Yeah, we'll just be reactive here. For Rika, I am cool with, but we are going to respond to it by cracking this. And we are giving him back his library, but that's fine. Let's just dig through time. Sorry, it's a little boring compared to most matches that I play on Moto. It's just, come on, just dig it. Oh yeah, I have to do that. Oops. No, I screwed up. Alright, we'll Despise. He'll be able to make a token. And I guess we'll Downfall. Hey, that's sweet. We would have had a... Alright, there, that's perfect. It's the first time he's seen a Drown Star from our deck, so like he's just like, man, that we have access to it, which is great. Let's take some cards from him. What do we get? Ooh, an Arbor Colossus. That might kill him. Let's Divination, and we will just put the Vault into play. And get in for 2. Alright, Hornet Queen number 1's coming down. Alright, so we're going to get to do something sweet next turn. Alright, so let's just drown. Oh yeah, I didn't... Forgot I was going to scry. There's going to be a land. Nah, sweet. No land. Alright, what do we hit? Soul and a Doomwake Giant? Doomwake Giant's pretty sweet. Man, this is awesome. Let's just get one more of those queens out of his hand. Oh, it's... oh, that's too beautiful. And we'll pass. So this one's going to get to resolve, though. Ah, I wanted to... So what I was going to do, sweet, is put Arbor Colossus into play, trigger 2, and then in response, Perilous Vault. So then all that's left is me with a Downfall of Dissolve, and the Perilous Vault wipes everything, but the Ashiok's ability then resolves on top of the Perilous Vault. So then I will get a big thing, and the board is swiped. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm kind of impressed in the deck. The deck seemed really sweet. But until next time, keep grinding out your matches. Man, I really need BBD here so it's just as awkward as possible. It doesn't work alone.